Hello everybody, it's Astro the Gamer back with another episode of Wynmore. What I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs more. I know I did an episode the other day, but somebody actually requested me to make a card. Yay! Somebody actually watches my videos and wants me to do things for them. Yay! So, we're going to check that card out and see what I did. Thunder Strike Dragon. This card was made so that you can pendulum summon rank 8 monsters. But only dragon type monsters. I decided to keep it only dragon type monsters. To be able to pendulum summon, it's what can I say? What I want to say? Level 8 monsters are generally pretty strong, so you want to keep that restricted in some form of fashion. Right now, the highest generic pendulum we have is Time Gazer Magician, which is scale 8. But to get it to scale 8, you have to have Stargazer on the field. So that's 2. You need those 2 cards necessarily together. Otherwise, their scale becomes 4. So to be able to pendulum summon level 8 monsters, they have to have some kind of restriction. So let's go ahead and dive into this card. Activate this card only if all face-up monsters you control are dragon type, if any. You cannot special summon any monsters except dragon type monsters. This effect cannot be negated. Once per turn, you can target one dragon type monster you control. It gains 800 attack until the end phase of this turn. During the end phase, if you control non-dragon type monsters, send this card to the graveyard. Okay, so just to debrief you on what that all means, you can only activate this card if you have dragon type monsters or no monsters on the field at all. Like I said, I had to restrict that in some kind of way. You can only special summon dragon type monsters. Again, just another restriction. This effect cannot be negated. Just like with your other pendulum based cards, you can't activate a card that says negate all face-up spell cards on the field or something like that. That effect still stays no matter what. Now for its regular spell effect. Once per turn, you can target one dragon type monster you control. It gains 800 attack until the end phase of this turn. Now when you pendulum summon something like Blue Eyes White Dragon, which I assume you would be special summoning. I mean, you can only special summon dragon type monsters, and it's scale 9, so level 8s are what you want to do. When you pendulum something like Blue Eyes, it's gonna you'll probably be facing monsters with either a higher attack or an effect that might increase their attack, like this card does. So the 800 point boost is useful, or if you just want to overkill a card just because you can, that's also good for extra 800 damage. Every point counts in Yu-Gi-Oh! So you definitely want that extra damage, regardless. During your end phase, if you control non-dragon type monsters, send this card to the graveyard. Now I did this so there will be less recycling. I just wanted the scale. I just wanted to balance this card out somehow. So the scale restrictions, the effect restrictions are just to balance it out. During the end phase, if you don't have a dragon type monster, well, if you control non-dragon type monsters, so if somebody activates DNA surgery or something like that, this card goes to the graveyard. Pendulums, when they're destroyed, they go to the extra deck. So I made an effect that just automatically sends this card to the graveyard, just to be fair. Because somebody can use this card to special summon 3 Galaxy Eyes dragons out the hand, and then go into something like Neo Galaxy Eyes or number 62 Prime Photon Dragon, and just wreak havoc on the field. So let's go to the monster effect. When this card is special summoned, you can have this card's level become 8. If this card battles a non-dragon type monster, this card gains 500 attack during the damage step only. So it's level 7, and I made it level 7 so you can mix it up in other decks too, like Stargazer and Time Gazer. This fits in that deck pretty good, so you can pendulum summon this and then gain benefit from its ability to become level 7 or level 8. It's optional, so that's pretty useful in my opinion. This card, if this card battles a non-dragon type monster, it gains 500 attack. Most, I want to say high-level monsters, or monsters in general, I guess, generally have about either 2,500 or 3,000 attack. So with this effect, if it attacks a monster, well, I take that back, because if this card battles a Blue Eyes White Dragon or something like that, in the event that it does, it's not going to gain benefit from that. Most cards that are being played nowadays are probably dragon type-ish monsters, especially with decks like Chaos Dragon and Dragon Rulers and all that crap. So that effect is pretty iffy. If you're battling something like Quillforts, excuse me, if you're battling something like Quillforts, that effect can be useful. So it can go either way, I guess. And that's about it for this card. I wanted to keep the video relatively short. So if you have a card that you would like to see me to make for you and do a video on it, just leave a comment in the description. It can be anything. The person who requested it just asked for it to be able to special summon rank 8s, which I did, and she wanted it to be a pendulum monster, which I did. So I helped her out on that. You can, so if you have a card that you would like for me to make, you can leave it in the comments. It can be anything from an existing archetype. It could be a pendulum monster. As you can see, I went ahead and found a template to put it on. It can be dragon, warrior, or anything like that. The only thing it can't be is something based off of something pre-existing, like, oh, make a Naruto card. No, let's try to keep it original. If you say make a ninja card, sure, I can probably throw something together or draw something up and give that to you. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll just see you guys next time, which I probably said about 3 times already. Goodbye.